Ride along each week as we share proven strategies to strengthen your business, energize your team, and create the business success you've been dreaming about. And now, here's your host, Rich Allen.
Have you built a firm foundation for your business? Welcome to the Ultimate Business Tune-Up Podcast, where our one and only goal is to help you tune up your business so you can have a long-lasting success and fulfillment that comes from owning a solid, profitable, and sustainable business. Each week we dive deep into a single topic related to improving your business, improving your team engagement, or improving your relationship with your customers. This week I want to dive into a topic that we've discussed in the past, but it came up recently when I was asked to do a presentation for a mastermind group that I'm a member of. As a way of getting everyone in the mastermind group to know each other's business a bit better, we take turns giving short presentations about something that relates to our business that we're passionate about. And since I'm a business coach and I'm passionate about helping business owners think differently about how their business works, I chose to present on the topic, What a Bike Can Teach You About Your Business. As part of the presentation, I shared my backstory and let everyone know that I'd been on a long journey to discover what truly makes a business successful and sustainable for the long term. The presentation was well received, and we had a very robust discussion following my formal presentation. I shared many of the concepts that I share here on this podcast, and along the way, I asked them many of the same questions that I'm asking you on a weekly basis. But one question seemed to get everyone's attention, and I thought I would ask that same question here to you this week. The question I asked the group was, have you built a firm foundation for your business? That question caused many in the group to pause and ask several questions about what does a firm foundation look like in a business? We talked at length about the 5 key elements that I believe go into creating the foundation for any business, and I'd like to share them with you today. You may want to grab a pen and paper so you can write these down, because when we're done, you're going to want to spend some time reflecting on your business and perhaps even adding some details or definition to these 5 key elements in your business. Let's start with the first foundational element. That is your mission. I've found that the word mission is often confused with vision or purpose, so let me give you a definition that you can use as a guide. Your mission is your pre-established objective. It's the specific task or tasks that your team or group has been assigned. I like to think of your mission as having to do with solving the big problem or big frustration that your ideal customer is dealing with. The first foundational element that needs to be crystal clear is the primary mission of your business. Think of this as the big problem your business is designed to solve for your customers. Many times we lose sight of the big problem we're there to solve, and we begin spending our time and effort on other less important issues. When this happens, our efforts get diluted and we lose focus on what matters most. If you want your business to be successful over the long term, you must remind yourself and your team of your primary mission and stay on course to be the absolute best at solving that problem for your customers. The second foundational element that must be in place is your purpose. Again, let me give you some definition so we don't get wrapped around the meaning of this particular word. In this context, by purpose, I'm speaking of the cause, social issue, philanthropy, or ministry that you as the business owner have decided that your business will support. When I raise this topic, I often get many business owners who suggest that they don't really have a cause that they're passionate about. But when I share the results of customer feedback that suggests most consumers prefer to do business with those businesses who support causes, philanthropies, or ministries, they recognize why it's so important to the long-term success of a business. And to make this even more important, team members prefer to work for a company that has a purpose-driven mindset. It doesn't matter what your purpose or cause you support is, those who are aligned with you will do business with you, and those who are not aligned with you will not. Think about Chick-fil-A. Both customers and team members either love it or would never eat or work there because the business takes a strong position on their beliefs and causes. I, for one, would prefer to be more like Chick-fil-A than I would be like McDonald's. One has a definable purpose, while the other is just selling fast food cheap. I'll let you decide where you land on this one. The third foundational element that must be in place in your business are your core values. Again, a quick definition here to help. Your core values are the traits or qualities that represent your company's highest priorities. These are the deeply held beliefs that are fundamentally driving forces in your business. Think of these as what you and your team members will stand for and be known for. Over these past several years, the culture of the world around us has been trying to pull businesses into their values and beliefs. And sadly, too many business owners and senior executives have fallen for the bait. You've seen it happen on a large scale in companies that have a broad consumer market. Think about businesses like Disney and Budweiser, to name a couple of high-profile examples. The culture outside of their businesses influenced them to make value decisions that were not consistent with their internal core values, and they paid the price for it. If you want your business to be successful over the long term, you must be clear and convicted on your core values. It's what makes your most valued customers loyal to your brand. The fourth fundamental element that must be in place in your business are your guiding principles. These are the action-oriented behaviors that flow from your core values. Think about your guiding principles as bumper guards on your team's actions and behaviors that keep them from acting outside of the core values. Some might consider these like your code of conduct. As you can imagine, without defining the code of conduct or guiding principles which you will expect and require from everyone on your team, the rules of the game can get pretty messy. If teamwork is a guiding principle, then you wouldn't tolerate the absence of it. If safety is a guiding principle, then you won't tolerate anyone acting in an unsafe manner. We oftentimes, as business owners, hesitate to set guidelines or rules for fear that will stifle creativity. But in the case of our guiding principles, we must be bold and clear on the behaviors and actions that will define how we show up every day to our customers. And finally, the fifth foundational element that must be in place in your business are your performance standards. Think of these as if you were setting the bar over which everyone on the team must be able to jump. In the absence of established performance standards, each team members will set their own standard, and it won't be long before your team members are focused more internally than they are externally. They'll be more worried about why you allow someone else on the team to get away with poor performance when they're being held to a higher standard, even if that higher standard is set by them. Performance standards are critical to building high-performing teams. They also encourage and promote healthy competition. Let's face it, no one wants to work somewhere where the boss or owner tolerates average or mediocre work. The kind of team members you want on your team are those who are inspired by the high standards and will lift others up with them as they grow and develop in their position. Your job as the business owner is to set clear performance standards and then have your team members own their performance as measured against these standards. Do this, and your business will be successful over the long term. So there you have it. 5 foundational elements that must be in place in your business if you want long-term success and sustainable growth. Be clear on your primary mission. Identify your purpose, the cause your business will support. Define your core values, what you stand for and will be known for. Articulate your guiding principles, those actions and behaviors that express your core values. And establish your performance standards, the bar that everyone must rise above. Consider these foundational elements the road on which you'll ride your bike or your business. The more solid and firm these are defined, the smoother the surface and the fewer the bumps and cracks. I've seen many businesses crash because they found themselves riding their bike or their business on a road filled with potholes. Just remember, those outside your business will be doing everything they can to mess up your foundation. They would prefer you stumble and fall. Don't let them. Stand firm. Take a position. It's your business, and you must define what you want your business to be known for. Be proud of what you've built and what defines who you are. If you need some help thinking this through for your business, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I'd be glad to help you get clear on these foundational elements for your business. Your team members will thank you, your customers will thank you, your shareholders and investors will thank you, and you will enjoy owning a business that's built on a firm foundation, capable of thriving over the long term. Now, before we go, 2 quick asks. Share this podcast with your fellow business owners. I'm trying to get these free business tips to as many business owners as possible. I want every business owner to be successful, and this is my gift to you and to them. Thanks for passing this along. And lastly, please leave a review on this podcast. The more thumbs up this podcast gets, the more it will be found when someone's stuck or struggling and looking for advice. Your review can help make this happen. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to tune in next week when we're going to discuss why commission models don't work. You won't want to miss it. Meanwhile, if you have a question, suggestion, or would simply like to connect, shoot me an email at rich@tourtoprofit.com. Now go make it a great week. And whatever you do, ride hard.
Thank you for listening to the Ultimate Business Tune-Up. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. In the meantime, find more resources at tourtoprofit.com and connect with Rich by sending a message to rich@tourtoprofit.com. Until next time, ride hard.